Here we're going to take a look at the Cowon S9's interface. Let me power it up and give you an idea how fast it is to start. Not too slow, pretty quick, quicker than most probably. This is your main home screen. This is the basic matrix style interface common to a lot of touchscreen devices. At the bottom here you'll see this is how you change the theme or the UCI. I imagine there would be more eventually that are going to come down here that you'll be able to select from, but as of now this first firmware doesn't have any more themes than this. At the top here you can see you have a clock, volume, Bluetooth on or off, and also up at the top here you have a power button which will allow you to shut it down. You can also shut it down here as well, but what this does is this allows you to either shut it down or put it to sleep. Now if you put it to sleep, let's show, it goes into sleep mode, and if you can see, it just comes right back on almost instant. Now let's take a look at the music. This is your now playing screen. This will be basically your landing screen for your music. On the screen you'll see you have a nice big album art if you have it in your ID3 tags. Also if you tap this gives you the stats shows you the metadata, but actually has to be playing in order for you to see that. So if you can see, it shows MP3 bitrate, and that is your EQ, then what your EQ setting is on EQ or BPE setting. So now down here this is a little flip menu. This is common to most of the menus, and you'll have your basic controls, your pause play controls, but remember again you also have it on the top there. When you press this flip, it flips you to the other side of the menu, and this will give you options to do whatever you need to do in the current screen. Like for instance here, we could add this to either favorites, which is like an on-the-go playlist. You just get one of those, or you can add it to your bookmarks, and that gets added to the bookmark. We can add that to the playlist too just by doing that. This is your repeat. It shows you what you want to do there, and then here is your EQ. Let's close that. And now you have all your various EQ settings, but they have also added BBE settings, and then you can make up your own settings there. User settings, whether that's EQ or BBE or whatever you like. So now also on this screen you have what they're calling a quick list, which basically shows you the last song played, the song playing now, and then the next song. And if you wanted to jump there, you can go ahead and click that. Not quite sure what purpose that serves, but now also from this home screen, here's where the accelerometer, what they're calling G sensor, kicks in. This will put you into a cover flow like menu. To be completely honest, it's done pretty poorly. Really slow for one. Sluggish too. And then you have this zoom button which doesn't do too much. But if you also notice how slow this is to turn, I would have liked to seen that feature missing, actually, or the ability to at least turn it off. Okay, now on your main music menu, up at the top here, you have a list toggle. This will jump into your library, your favorites list, which is your on-the-go playlist, and your bookmarks list as well. So if I press this once, this is my library. Now this is the root folder of the library. And if you want to browse by folders, then what you would do is click on folders, and then that'll take you to your folders list. And if you wanted to browse by ID3, then here it is, by artist, album, song, genre, new music, playlists, and whatever you got there. I'll get back to the library in a minute, but now if you toggle this again, this takes you to your favorites list. That was the favorites, your on-the-go playlist that you can add through the pop-up screen. And these can also be deleted, though they can't be reordered. If you press it again, then this is your bookmarks list. And now back to the main library screen. Now if you notice down here, this basically zooms in on your lists, whether that's your music, your video, or whatever. But also from here you can add your playlist, delete if you like, and it's deleted that from device. Now this is up a directory and this is back, which is a little bit confusing to me. Not quite sure the purpose of that. It's a bit awkward, and why I think the interface is a little bit awkward too. But I wanted to show how it scrolls here. It's got a pretty good kinetic scroll to it. It feels pretty natural, not bad. But also, even when we zoom in really close, the touch is still fairly accurate, even on this really tiny font. And this just continues to toggle back through those three lists: your library, your playlists, and your bookmarks. Now to get back to your previous menu or the now playing screen, you close this list there. And the same thing, if you want to get back to the main menu, you close that and you're back to the main menu.